August the 28th, 2023. So welcome everybody. This is our NUVIOR's New Academy weekly webinar, and I'd like to welcome everyone. NUVIOR is a medical innovation company. We deliver the most innovative ideas from around the world. And if you haven't met our brands, we do have Dermatologists, which is a fabulous line from Paris. Well, actually, not from Paris. It is from Louvre, France, and it is designed to support all the treatments that you currently offer to your patients and clients in your facility. So it helps prep and post-treat and take care of clients while they're on treatments. Mesoaesthetic. This is a renowned company from Spain. They are based in science, and everything they do is science pro. So whether it's studies or support or even the concepts, it's just so dear to my heart. And of course, as I mentioned, Aptos. We are awaiting approval from Health Canada, but our Aptos thread lifting method is one of they are the leader. They are the 5th year in the row for winning the AMWC award at the World Congress for best suspension threads. And of course, Phedia High Tissue PRP. They have won their first AMWC award for regenerative care with their PRP system. And we're very proud to say that we are the Canadian exclusive distributors. So if you are performing PRP in your facility and want to learn more about this system that is just amazing, please let us know. And if you are looking for medical supplies, we are your one-stop shopping on our NUVIOR website. We have over 50,000 various SKUs for you to select and support your facility. And I'm Pina Lee. I'm one of NUVIOR's clinical educators. I am so proud to be here today and share with you everything NUVIOR. So today we will be speaking about acne, and it's back to school time. Kids, I was going by University of Toronto just yesterday and watching all the happy parents dropping off their students, their children. And, the first thing that comes to mind for me going back to school is, how do I look? I haven't seen my friends. And so acne and skin issues are really a hot topic this time of year, especially amongst our teens. But we also want to take care of our adult clients. And Acnelan is a medical solution to acne from Mesoaesthetics. So when we talk about acne, it is a disorder or disease of the skin. It is a highly prevalent condition. 80% of young people under the age of 25 suffer from some form of acne. And in adults too, you think you get out of your teenage years and you've, escaped acne, but no. For myself, I didn't start getting acne till I was in my mid-20s, and why I became an esthetician to fix my own face. So now, more than 25 years later, for me, I am passionate about treating acne. And there's so many triggers for acne. Yes, it has to do with our sebaceous glands, and it has to do with a bacteria that causes acne. However, there are factors that we need to take control of, and it's up to us as the professional to teach our clients the proper way, because we don't have a magic wand, but we need to educate our clients that factors like their diet. Are they eating healthy, whole foods, or are they picking up things in boxes and packages? Are they on medication that is going to make their skin change or trigger oil to be produced? Are they on skin medication that makes them more sensitive to the sun? So when they are dealing with acne, how is that going to play a role? What about our stress? We can't get away from stress. Stress is part of life, but we can learn to manage stress so it's not going to manifest in our body and in our skin. Cosmetics we use. Yes, you can buy cosmetics anywhere, but those ingredients that we're using, are they actually good for our skin? Or are they blocking our follicles and our pores and causing buildup? Of course, hormones play a big part on how our skin is going to act and how it's going to show something's wrong. The climate, the hotter and more sticky and humid is going to play a factor on how much oil you're going to produce. Just as if it's too dry, how's that body going to react? So when you're talking about acne, there's many different factors that can trigger that physical response of acne. But if we remember that our skin is truly showing us what's going on the inside. So if it's red and rough and dry, or it's oily, what is our skin telling us? When we speak about acne, we have to understand that there is inflammatory acne and non-inflammatory acne. And when you're dealing when it is inflamed, that is your higher grade of acne. And it's going to come from a certain process. So you don't just wake up one day and have a face full of acne. It's a process that starts. So that's the beautiful thing about Acnelan. You can start at the beginning because acne is going to display many different ways on every different face. So if we start quickly before it's nodule and inflamed and red and even makeup won't hide it, we can definitely get ahead of that acne. Ensure that that emotional and social impact is not as dramatic for our clients. I mean, I remember myself not wanting to go out because my face was broken out, skipping that once in a lifetime concert or party because I was embarrassed. And even as a professional skincare person in the industry, watching my clients or patients walk into the office with their hoodie up, their hair down in front of their face the first time we meet. And then weeks later, once they've begun a treatment process with myself, they come into the clinic and their hair's pulled back. They're smiling. Their acne isn't gone completely because I don't have a magic wand. But after a few treatments, it's cleared and they're happy and they're proud again. So acne is a physical condition of the skin, but it has that emotional and social impact. So let's talk about the pathological process of acne. Basically, there is a bacteria, the P. acne bacteria, that flourishes and multiplies within our follicles. So for every hair follicle, you have your sebaceous glands. Now, one thing about this bacteria, it can only live in an environment where there's no oxygen. It's aerobic, which means if there's oxygen present, it will die. And that's the biggest set for your bacteria. So in a perfect world, this follicle is open. Nothing is clogging it. The air goes in, oxygen goes in, prevents the bacteria, oil comes out. So what happens? Well, we might have an imbalance, a hormonal imbalance that causes extra oil to be produced by our sebaceous glands, whether it's from our adrenal glands, whether it is a problem with cysts causing problems that way, or it's just diet that's causing us, we're not drinking enough water, so our body's producing more oil. Whatever the case, first you're going to have a lot of oil being created, or you're genetically predisposed to make oil. Then the skin. Our skin sheds every so often. When we're young and youthful, 21 days. As we get older, it's going to take a little longer. While others have issues with hyperkeratinization, where their skin is producing too much skin cells too quickly, and our body can't get it off fast enough. So now we've got that extra oil brewing in those follicles from those sebaceous. And then we have all this skin. If there's makeup clogging the pores too, makeup and debris and everything else that collects on our skin creates a blockage. And that is when the oxygen stops its movement. So now we're going to get that bacteria forming. The body knows something's wrong and it goes into 911. And with the 911, we bring in blood cells, our white blood cells and red blood cells for energy. We bring in that lymphatic reaction. So now we're going to have inflammation that's going to cause swelling and pain and redness in that area. So that's the pathological process of acne. So we don't wake up one morning with acne. So you need to have your clients or patients understand that they're not going to have one treatment and everything's going to go away. We need to fix this process of having not so much of that skin building up, unblocking those follicles and releasing that oil. So here again is it in a flow chart. You've got all these science things going on in your body. You've got factors from different hormones and different receptors. They stimulate that extra androgen, which creates more oil. It creates that hyperkeratinization, turning over of that skin. So when that happens, you've got too much skin, you've got too much oil, now that blockage. So this gives you a more visual view of what I just explained. Once it's clogged, you're going to get that bacteria and then acne. And then once acne, you've got that aftermath of acne, including your pigmentation and your scars. So when you are classifying the different grades of acne, I've heard congested skin called grade 0 before. And that is basically, that is the best time to start treating your acne-prone clients right here. Because I always say that acne is like a slippery slope. Once you have the clogging and that bacteria starting, because it's going to get clogged, so you've got the little bumps, you've got that backed up. If you don't catch it then, it's going to slide right down. Not to say that everyone who has congestion is going to end up with nodule and grade 4 acne, but this is where you catch it. This is where you can prevent it from getting worse and teach skin to be more normal with a good balance of water and oil production. In grade 1 acne, you're going to find a lot of comedones. And comedones are your open comedones and closed comedones, or blackheads and whiteheads. And you may have an occasional papule. So this is your teenage kid. This is, their skin is growing in so fast, they don't have the proper habits yet. They may not have the greatest diet or intake of water. Grade 2, it also falls in the non-inflammatory parts of, so congested skin, grade 1 and grade 2 are non-inflammatory. Grade 2 is you're going to still have those comedones, but now those comedones are getting a little more clogged, a little more noticeable and need to be dealt with. So you're going to bring in papules now because it's clogging more. And you may have the occasional pustule. And a papule is that hard nodule that's red. but they're not, the skin around is not inflamed. Grade 3 and grade 4 is inflamed acne. So in grade 3, again, it's progressive. So you'll still have comedones, but more of those comedones are going to turn into papules. Now in grade 3, you're going to have pustules. So the bacteria, you're going to see those white blood cells going at it, and you're going to have pus. You may have a larger nodule where they're starting to come together. That is moderately severe acne. And your grade 4, now we're into cystic nodules. When you're involving the dermis like you do in that grade 4 acne, this is where you're going to risk more of that scarring, those atrophic, pitted scars, and it's more severe. I mean, I remember laying on my face and it hurt so much, I couldn't lay on my side. So with Acnelan, you can confidently treat every stage of acne, all the grades. I do strongly recommend that you begin treating sooner than later. Don't think that Acnelan is your treatment for that severe acne that has tried everything. Start with Acnelan. Get them before they're into those lumps and bumps. Get them while they're still congested. And not only does Acnelan take care of the different grades of acne, but it also takes care of that aftermath post-acne. So post-acne, many of us suffer with scars and post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. You know, I joke about it with my friends that I get an acne bump, and then I've got that scar or that pigmentation that lasts just as long as that papule did. So yes, getting rid of acne is important, but ensuring that that skin is clear, free of scars and free of hyperpigmentation post-acne is very important, and what Acnelan ensures for your patients. So what is the objective of treating acne? Well, of course, there are lots of trends, but when you're talking about treating acne, the first thing is you want to avoid more lesions, and you want to avoid that post-acne issues. You want to get that client feeling good about yourself. I discussed in my intro about when a client walks in and seeing that change, not just in their skin as you treat them, but seeing their confidence, seeing their self-esteem just shine from them as their skin gets better. And this is why Mesoaesthetic, we recommend a multifocal approach to acne. We have to have consistent treatment and start at those first symptoms. Don't wait till it's too late. So out there, we've got everything. Acnelan falls under your topical agent because it is similar to your regular heel that you just apply, let it do its job, and hope it exfoliates enough to dry that acid oil in the skin. You can do physical treatments. You can do light-based, and you can use products like Accutane, your isotropium, or antibiotics. But antibiotics is a great way to kickstart, but we still need to deal with the actual skin. And this is why Acnelan is so popular around the world, because not only is it effective, it's easy to use for the technical person, the professional in clinic. It's safe for the client of all colors and grades of acne. It's so effective. It is cost effective. It is not a very expensive treatment considering the results you get, and it is quick turnover. Not magic wand quick, but within the first treatment, that client is going to feel and see the difference. And it is not a painful process. So with that Acnelan method, this is what it looks like. So you've got your professional treatment as well as your home care treatment. And again, throughout my career, whether it's with students or clients, I always tell them about that 20-80 rule. 20% of your results will come from your professional treatments. However, you need to be involved in that home treatment. 80% of your results are going to come from our home treatment regime. So what makes Acnelan the method of choice amongst medical professionals around the world? Well, it all comes down to its complexes. Not only does mesoaesthetic source out the highest, most concentrated, and purest ingredients in their raw form, their scientific mind has created the most effective complex to combat your acne issues. It's called the M-acne complex, and it is designed to go after all the different forms. You've got some names in here that you're probably familiar with, like your salicylic acid, gorgeous for acne. It's synonymous with acne. Our mandelic. Now, people may not know up there that when you combine salicylic and mandelic, so your AHA, it's a larger form of AHA mandelic. It comes from bitter almonds. It is an antibacterial. It's beautiful for sensitive skin because it is a larger molecule. It helps with exfoliation and reducing that inflammation. Pairing it up with that salicylic, and it makes it a powerhouse for AHAs and BHAs. So we also add shikshemic acid, which I love. That helps to prolong the cell's life. And our sodium bicarbonate, which helps with, again, redness and keeping away scarring, keeping away that hyperpigmentation. So in vitro, so with our clinical studies, we have lots of documents to produce for you and to support how Acnelan can reduce the flushing and redness, that flushing, the redness of our acne and the inflammation. So reducing the swelling of those lesions by 90%. So no, it's not a magic wand, but yes, your clients are going to see it because it's not just exfoliating. It's getting into the nitty-gritty of those sebaceous glands and all the incoming vehicles to that sebaceous unit to control the amount of inflammation that's happening and the oil. And also, as I said, we want to take care of not just the lesions, but what that skin looks like following acne. So we are going to see a 40% reduction in melanin synthesis when that controlled cell is used with our Acnelan. So it's going to help that melanocyte not overstimulate itself and cause pigmentation in the area of those lesions once they heal. So Acnelan is a method. It will reverse and work with all those factors that cause acne, specifically to reduce the spots presently in those lesions, but also for those post-acne squillins, that aftermath. So we're going to control how that oil is produced. So reducing the amount of oil produced, it's going to regulate how many skin cells are being made. So controlling that hyperkeratosis. We're going to clean out that sebaceous follicle. So when you take away that buildup of dead skin and buildup of oil or whatever else is causing that block in the follicle, you're going to be able to let that oxygen in and out. And it's going to control those inflammatory response factors. So keeping down that reaction, saying, it's okay, we know something's going on, and we're going to fix it for you. Helping with that reduction of those post-acne scars ensures that your client doesn't have the trauma of post-acne scarring after the trauma of acne. And of course, we're inhibiting that trizinase activity in the melanocyte to reduce the risk of hyperpigmentation following their acne experience. Controlling that bacteria so we get rid of it, reduce everything, smooth it out, and they'll be happy without the marks to say, those are my battle scars from acne. So what it looks like in your Acnelan pack. This is our professional medical treatment. So in this kit, you will see it comes with 3 complete treatments for your patients. The first item you're going to use as your acne treatment, of course, you cleanse and occlude the skin, all those sensitive areas. And then you're going to start with our mesoaesthetic acne multifactional mask. And this is a beautiful descaling mask. It is going to be thick and creamy. You're going to apply it completely to the face and then allow it to rest on the skin for no more than 2 minutes. It is very fast acting and a beautiful product to kill that bacteria, clean up that skin. With all our products for the acne treatments, they do contain that M-acne complex to stimulate that exfoliation, control that sebum, and that bacteria, reducing the redness. Once you've used your mask, you're going to follow along with our post-heal neutralizing spray. And what I love about Mesoaesthetics post-neutralizing spray is it's not just your common sodium bicarbonate. So it's not just baking soda. It also contains aloe vera extract. So if you do have other peels that you have for other treatments and would love a gorgeous neutralizer to just set yourself apart, use this. It can be bought individually, and you can use this for your other peels and just give it a little more soothing and a little more TLC, love and tender care in their treatment. Once you have neutralized and cleansed that skin, removed all the residual mask, it is now time to protect that skin and send your patient home. So we don't have a mask per se, but you will be using our pore sealing shield. And I love this. It comes in its individual plastic vial. You pop it open, and the best part, you can recap it. So once the skin is cleansed following neutralization, dry the skin and gently effleurage or apply the sealing field all over the skin treatment area until it's completely absorbed. With its zinc and aloe extract, not to mention the copper ingredient, this gel is going to firstly prolong the results of that treatment with the zinc inhibiting that bacteria, that aloe to calm and soothe, and that copper to get that redness away. It's going to create a shield for that skin, for that client to return home. Now, once you've used the product on the skin and it has completely absorbed as much as it can, seal it back up for the client, let them take it home, and they can use the remainder when they get home. So as you can see, it is a fast and easy treatment. Your client is not going to be in a world of discomfort or burning pain. It is 2 minutes on and then neutralize. And of course, to ensure that the clients receive and obtain the results that they want, you must provide that 80% support at home. And that is done with our acne solution. So the first thing they're going to use from our cleansing solutions is our purifying mousse. I love this cleanser. It's light, it's beautiful foam. It gives it a gorgeous feel on the skin because it's just gorgeous. It just gives you a refreshing feel. It's got lactic acid in it as well, which is going to help with hydrating that skin. It's going to brighten that skin and lighten that skin. The salicylic is going to ensure that we keep that inflammation down. And of course, we're going to use urea to soothe and moisturize that skin. It can be used morning and evening. It's got a slightly acidic pH to try and keep that bacteria down, and it's a gorgeous cleanser. The Acnelan is your treatment cream at home. You can use it up to twice daily, but definitely in the evening. It, of course, like all our Acnelan products, have that acne complex. You don't need a lot, and this is a full face treatment, and it's going to regulate that oil. It is a beautiful product that's going to gently exfoliate the skin as you use it, and it's going to prevent your post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Our imperfection control is a fabulous little spot treater. It's your local treatment cream, and you're only going to use it on those inflamed lesions. So in your grade 3 and 4 acne skins that have the papules and pustules and they're red and swollen. And how you're going to use this is just a little dab will do ya. And you're just going to gently apply it to that acneic lesion, avoiding the surrounding areas. You can use it as often as needed with the beautiful ingredients. It's going to flush it and keep it. And it even has a little bit of pigments in it to help conceal it once you finished treating it. Now, our Pure Renewing Mask is a gorgeous treatment. You're going to use this more to pre-treat the skin while the skin is undergoing the treatments themselves. This mask might be too much between their professional treatment of Acnelan in your clinic. So this is definitely going to be used to prepare the skin for Acnelan treatments. And once they finish their final treatment, they'll continue it at home. What I love about this mask, it is a purifying and descaling mask. So it's going to exfoliate the skin, and it's got clay to draw that oils. However, it's a 2-in-1. You apply the mask and wear it in a nice thick layer for about 5 to 10 minutes on a weekly basis. And then once you've got to your time, you're going to gently add some water to your fingers and use it as a scrub. Because there is silicone, plant silicose in these beautiful masks, once you start to scrub, it turns into a scrub. So a lot of people with comedones like that scrubbing action. So once they've done the scrubbing action part, then they can rinse it off and they're done for their week. So how often will a client come in for Acnelan? We recommend about 3 sessions for your not so severe skins. You're going to schedule these treatments every 15 to 21 days apart. So that's going to be based on the skin sensitivity and the resilience of that skin. For someone with the thicker, more dense skin, they may be able to do every 15 days apart. If you do want to side on the air of caution, I do recommend every 21 days. But listen to the client's skin. Listen to yourself and your consultation. Now, in general, 1 to 2 sessions isn't enough to actually normalize that activity. Yes, it'll give them a great treatment if they were going out one night and just wanted to look more refreshed, clean up those comedones, reduce that swelling. But that 3 sessions is usually enough to get control of that sebaceous gland. That's all your sebaceous glands and the skin around it. 5 is going to be too much for that, medium to moderate. So your 5 sessions is more for your grade 3s into 4s. And of course, 6 sessions for that rebellious acne. That one that's hormonal and may not be controlled because their hormones are out of whack. So to summarize, this is what the protocol will look like to you. You'll prep that skin, give them their cleanser, have them using their pure renewing mask on a weekly basis, and then start their first treatment. 15 to 21 days later, you bring them in for their second one. Of course, in the meantime, they will be using their products in between sessions, and then, of course, to maintain with their products. So at home, for those first 72 hours post-treatment, they just want to calm the skin down. So this is a great place to put in your hydrofusion cleanser. So something that's not too stimulating. Of course, they'll be using their Hydrovital Light cream every time they need hydration, or even the beautiful HA Densimatrix. And then they would cleanse and treat and protect. And of course, our focal use, they would use that imperfection control. So with Mesoaesthetic and Acnelan, you will start seeing changes in that skin, even in their first treatment. So this is someone with that post-acne scarring, and we can get rid of it. After 3 treatments, you can see the skin is where this client wants. And of course, the redness, the discoloration, that inflammation. With every treatment, it is reduced. And following up with the home products will ensure that desired result is obtained. Does not matter the phototype, does not matter the age. You can start as that client is in puberty, then they need our help. And I love how it does take care of that scarring. So why Acnelan as your medical solution to acne? It's a comprehensive system. It's a solution that addresses all those multifactorial challenges of acne and their effects on the skin. It's a synergetic for patents. They're complexes. They're combinations of simple ingredients that we've heard for decades. It makes it more effective and more efficient for that practitioner. Inclusive treatment options for all photo skin types and all grades of acne, even your pre-acne in that congested stage. We have professional guidance. There is clear home protocols to support your treatments to ensure that you take care of that 20-80 rule of getting results with professional treatments and scientific banking. Acnelan is formulated in science with multiple supporting in vitro and in vivo studies by Mesoaesthetic. Now, I'd love to thank you for joining us today in discussing our Acnelan by Mesoaesthetic. I appreciate every one of you who come in for our weekly webinars. I am Pina Lee, and you can reach me by phone, by text, or by email. That little QR code will get you to our website. But as a token for coming out today, if you are placing a clinic order and you enjoyed our seminar and you learned about some new products or treatment that you would like to use in your facility, please use our link here to go to our survey, fill it out, and receive a 5% for your clinic orders. And for all of those who have attended, please set up your own account. We are now offering 20% to you, any employee of a clinic. Even if you own the clinic and want to buy something for your own personal use, set up an account. use that QR code, get 20% off your purchases. And yes, thank you for coming. If you do have any questions, please put them here in the chat box, and I will like to answer them for you. And if there isn't any questions, you do have my number and contact information. You can also see all this information on our website at NUVIOR.com. Okay, we have a question. Can you use this on a 12-year-old? Yes. So if your client, of course, with parent permission, check your provincial regulations on treating minors. But yes, it is safe for youthful skin. If they are in puberty, they can use Acnelan. Any other questions? Oh, you're very welcome. No? Well, thank you again for joining us here at our new Academy weekly webinars. Today we spoke about Acnelan. Please check our webinars page on our website to find out what you will be learning about in weeks to come. Next week there will be no seminar, as it is our Labor Day, our statutory holiday, our last Monday of the summer. So stay well, think positive, and let me know if you need any help. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.